What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Today's video is going to be, it's not what I bring to the table, I am the table, and a man has to set it, all right? Before I get into the video, though, gotta do YouTube stuff. The goal is 75,000 subscribers by July. It's a crazy goal, it's a big goal, but it's my goal. The only way I'm gonna get to my goal is if you give me the HBO special. Do you know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special, all right? So go in and help a brother out, hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. I'm gonna give y'all a second to do that. All right, now let's get to the video. It's not what I bring to the table. I am the table, and a man has to set it. Let's see what she got to say.
Hello, gods and goddesses. It is your girl, Goddess Masterpiece, and I'm back with another video. So, the topic today is, I said, it's not what I bring to the table. I am the table, and a man has to set it. Now, I got this from Jovi Beauty, who is another YouTuber. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to share this to my page. Another YouTuber had a great topic in which she basically was talking about Mary J. Blige and other celebrity females who have men who make significantly less than them. Mary J. Blige, her husband was her producer, and recently they got a divorce, and he got her for alimony, for alimony, spousal support, right? Jovi basically was enlightening us on why that's a bad idea.
At least he was her producer. All right, you have, like in the case of Bill Gates, a man that's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, well, about $100 billion, getting divorced and making his wife a billionaire, and she had nothing to offer to what he was doing. At least in Mary J. Blige's situation, the man was the producer of her music. You know what I mean? So at least he had some, contribution to what was going on. That plus this. Let's be completely honest about it. I read an article from Forbes talking about alimony in men. Only 3% of men get alimony, okay? Only 3% of men receive alimony, and I guess supposedly 40% of women are breadwinners in their families. Okay, I'm sure some of that has to do with single motherhood. If you have only a child in your family, it's pretty easy to be the breadwinner in a family. But negating that fact, only 3% of men receive alimony. Okay, and this is just welcome to the world for women. This is something that men have always had to put up with, but you've had the luxury of just collecting a check, so it never meant anything to you. But now that you're making a little bit more money due to quote-unquote equality, or due to women wanting to be more professional, whatever it may be, welcome to the world. Pros and cons. You make more money, you gotta pay the piper. That's how it works. So these are situations that men have been dealing with for centuries, okay? But just now is it coming to light for women that this is something you're gonna have to run into if you wanna make money. That's how it works. The more money you make, the more problems you have sometimes. Let's keep going.
It's never a good idea to date a man who has less than you, okay? Of course, it's different levels, right? But for a woman who is a millionaire to get with a guy who's a thousandaire, issues may arise. That's why the whole topic about Fantasia being submissive to her man was so relevant, because her man, even though he has money of his own, he doesn't make as much as she does. He probably makes 100,000 plus a year. She makes millions a year. But yet she's allowing him to take the reins in a relationship and make the financial decisions. Jovi's opinion, which honestly, guys, my spirit has been so low with the relationship issues I'm having and trying to figure out how I got there, because I put so much effort into something that is not really turning into anything. It's basically looking like I'm going to be a single mom. Not a single mom as far as he's not in the kid's life, because he is, but a single mom as far as me being, me moving on to another relationship. Because I realized that because I fought so much for my relationship, I spoiled this man into him feeling like he doesn't have to return the favor. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but that post just enlightened me. What she said is so true. Why are women so hell bent on having, and letting a man know I got the bag, I got the bag? Because whether a woman has the bag or not, what that got to do with your bag, sir? What does me having a bag have to do with what you have to bring to the table? I'm gonna let that sink in real quick, and I'm gonna charge my phone. Because, like Joey said, a real man is not coming with, oh, I could pay a bill. I could pay a bill or two. I could take you out to eat here and there. That's not that major. That's not a big deal like we make it out to be.
And I'm happy she has admitted that she has a personal situation, because a lot of times, and I've gone over and listened to a lot of content creators who believe the very opposite, believe that men aren't stepping up to the plate, and believe that men aren't the ones that are generally protecting and providing women, and this and this and that. And a lot of it's just emotion. A lot of it is anecdotal evidence because of very specific situations with that person. So for her in particular, this seems as if this is, some thing that's happening all the time, and it's just not true. Obviously, I just brought up the statistics about the alimony, and generally speaking, this is an advantage that women have. But a lot of the times it comes from professional women trying to buy love. 70% of women who are quote unquote professionals or consider themselves professionals are single. All right. It's because men don't want them. Okay. So they go out and they try to buy this love. They get a man that's completely out of their rating scale. We know from 1 to 10 how you look. Everybody kind of knows where they fit in. All right. And when you see a man that's not attractive with a very attractive woman, you usually assume that, one, either she's cheating on him, or two, he has a lot of money. Sometimes both. Okay, you naturally look at that and you say something's wrong here. Women don't have that because they all feel like they're 10s. They feel like they can go out and get 10s, and they feel like the more money they make, the more opportunity and dating opportunities they're going to have. And it's just not that way for women. Generally speaking, the more money you make as a woman, the harder it is to find a man. And you can get upset about it. You can throw a fit. But it's just the truth. It's the truth of the matter. Okay, because the average black man is only making $42K a year. Okay, so if you going out and making $100,000 and assuming that that's going to mean that you getting a man that makes $100,000, that's not how that works. Because men who make $100,000 have the advantage in the dating world, because women women want men like that. So they're going to go and find the most attractive thing on the market because that's what men care about. They don't care about how much you make. Once you get over 6 figures, you know how to make money. So you don't need a person that can make money. You need a person that can complement your 60-hour work schedule. A person that's willing to stay home and take care of the things that are at home. A person who tells you, oh, your mother's birthday is in 5 days. Make sure you get her a present. A person that can cook you breakfast in the morning. A person that can be there to nurture you after a hard day's work. This is what you're looking for if you're a man that's making a certain amount of money. Generally speaking, okay? That plus you're looking for a woman that's very attractive and can do all those things. So women assume that just because they make the same money as men, that means that they're going to get a man that is making that money or more. That means they're entitled to a man that's making that much money or more, and it's just not true. Generally speaking, they die alone and they shorten their dating pool. It's just how it works. I mean, it's the numbers. Let's keep going.
What about you providing a home, a life? Like she said, a man coming with half is only a roommate. Now, a lot of men is not going to like that because it sounds like women should be gold diggers. But in all reality, women should be gold diggers, GOAL. And their goal should be to get a man that can provide for her if need be. Because when a man truly wants a woman, he will do anything and go out of his way for her. So why do we take shorts and then end up in a position where we're angry? We're labeled as crazy, angry, and bitter, when in all reality, all we did was put forth the best effort we could for a man when we shouldn't have.
Exactly.
We breaking our backs for a man. Cleaning,
You
cooking,
He's doing it for the
working, taking
wrong
care of
men. That's
kids,
how it works.
lifting up heavy bags. A man should know he has to carry them groceries. Shout out to all the men who you see in the supermarket who's always there with their mothers, their wives, their girlfriends. I literally caught a hernia for trying to be a strong woman. Being a strong woman to me that's not something I am proud of. I want to be vulnerable. I want somebody to have my back. I want somebody to carry my bags. And it makes me a little emotional because, they constantly put ingrain in our brains that women have to have. But once you're a mother, that's why you should have a husband that knows he has to have your back. Because when you don't have that husband, all you feel is regret, remorse, resentment for that man that you had children with, you laid down, you had children with, to turn around and be able to walk away and go as he pleases. It's one thing to co-parent, and it's another thing to just live in separate places and live your lives separately, and that man just comes to get his kids every now and then, but the woman is still stuck.
Bingo. And this is where I'm going to end the video because I feel like this is the meat of the situation. Women are too many times. Okay, I'll say it like this, okay? I'll take, for example, the show Baby Boy. She said that we should be gold diggers, not gold diggers. And I couldn't agree with that comment more. The problem is most women don't know what to look for in a man that's ambitious. Okay, so they think that a man that has all the nice jewelry and the nice shoes and the nice this and that is the man that they need to be with, and he doesn't have anything going for himself. When you have a man that doesn't have a car but he has nice shoes, you're looking at a man that does not make great financial decisions. Okay, so you're looking at the shoes saying, oh, those are clean shoes, he must have some money. When in all actuality, that's what he spent all his money on. He doesn't have any money. Okay, men in the working class that are saving their money don't have nice tennis shoes. So you got to look further beyond if you're trying to look for a quote unquote, if you're trying to be a quote unquote gold digger and not a gold digger. And I'll use this as an example. Let's look at Baby Boy, one of the most popular shows in Black America, right? Let's look at Jody. Let's take Jody, for example, which is the main antagonist of the movie. He's a no good black man, okay? So he doesn't have a job. He has 2 kids. He pretty much has nothing going for him. He has a bike. All right, that's all he has going for him. He has a bike. But at the end of the show, you see throughout the show, you see a girl named Yvette try to take him in. Okay, she has a child by him after he has a child with another woman. First of all, what are you doing having a child by a man that does not even have a car? He rides a bike around the neighborhood and lives with his mother. Okay, so people will look at the movie and say Jody was a bad guy, but he turned around at the end. And this is what women want. They romanticize this idea of finding a guy that's more attractive than them, but they can tame him by helping him become quote unquote better. A lot of times men just like women when they're not better and they're not trying to get better. That's where they're going to be for years to come. So you get into these horrible relationships trying to make a person quote unquote better, and it just doesn't work out because that person doesn't want to be better. They don't have goals. They don't have ambitions. Unfortunately, in the movie Baby Boy, he does turn around and becomes the father that Yvette wants. And the reason I say unfortunately, it's because women see that movie and they feel like that's how it's going to be for the man that they're with. When in all honesty, it doesn't end up that way. Look at where Yvette was wrong. She's getting pregnant by a man that already had children, and he rides a bike around the neighborhood. That's the fact that we don't look at, okay? If you want a man, look at what he's doing. Is he the first one in and the last one to leave with whatever he's doing? I don't care if he want to be a rapper. Is he the first one in and the last to leave? Okay? If he wants to be an athlete, is he the first one in the gym and the last one to leave? How does he handle his money? Does he have nice shoes? Okay, but does he have a car? Because if he has nice shoes and no car, then he's not making the right financial decisions. Okay, he doesn't have the priorities. So you guys have to look at how people carry themselves and what they're doing and what they're putting out into the world to decide who you want as a partner. Too many people are just looking at shiny shoes. Till next time.